video data limit reached. But ERP is not working on the systems, so and PSS is a really important function, because every time you start Steam on your Linux systems, there's like G library, which is GStreamer library, G objects transferring on the system and creating, which are really cool and good informations, and stabilize the VRMs. And the processor massively actually does tons of data and stuff, tons of cool stuff, but these usually crash. And it's nowhere explained where how you can fix that or something. But what it is that ERP ready and P state 0 makes the system a sleeping system, and P state 0 is actually for compatibility, and P state 1, which is 1 and 0, is absolutely nothing in configuration. You can't even change something there for dependent for how the P states and stuff should be like treated for your RAMs. It's just you can set it on P state 0 or 1 and no settings, even on that X870E board that costs 260 euro. And even on the 260 euro board, you can't change anything on the P states. You can just enable them to P0 or P1, or you can disable them. And on disable, you won't get these G objects breaking through to Steam. But what does happen is that Steam can eventually think out that it doesn't have root access to input systems like your mouse, and doesn't boot at all, since Steam wants to have wants to have sudo rights on your mouse, but on PSS deactivated, since mouse partially and pointers and stuff do work over G objects and stuff, and it's then not there, and the system is completely confused to how to treat with the situation, and it says just it's not there and your program is not starting, which is happening, and ERP does work for the crashes on P state 0. And I've nowhere in the internet found a solution or a hint or anything, and Gemini and ChatGPT, when you don't use the API key and construct like gems or personas or something, which could be more helpful. When you don't do this, you don't find any clues or something for what you should or could do to so your systems doesn't create crashing glib objects and stuff and send it through the system. You don't get any answers of that, but you can deactivate PSS, and eventually, I don't really know what you can do then. Maybe reinstall the system, and maybe the Steam configuration installs correct, I don't know. But Steam not finding the mouse as root access is a thing which you can actually fix. And that's one problem less, which could eventually make it better. So I would always have like PSS here, like disabled, ERP ready, disabled, and usually go for like a compatible system setting which does support AMD overdrive settings on not auto, but actually enabled or advanced and auto, and you can set things in that AMD overdrive without the system crashing, since PSS is just creating crashing objects, and the system doesn't really know what to do, and then it's asking these clamps, these synapse clamps and stuff which are there and stuff, and they don't even want that, and the system just does break, or you don't get any answers, and there's nothing happening about that. But ERP does work for that sleeping system. That's guaranteed. You can't do anything about it, since the P state configurations is just 1, 0 or disabled. That's absolutely nothing. So ERP is here off, which is good, and PSS is also off. But I tried booting it, and Steam says I can't start the program because it wants permissions to the mouse. It doesn't have it. I don't really know if that problem still persists when I reinstall the operating system, but I wanted to try that out, but I don't get over the debugging message 22 out. That system is like that booted on an optimal working state solution. Literally everything works inside there. The PCI lanes are correct, the sockets are correct, but the SUT2 is somewhat chaotic and disturbed, and the system doesn't boot. The fans don't spin, the system doesn't boot, but it's legitimately the correct settings for the bot, but it doesn't work. I'm really confused about that, but maybe there is someone which could actually help me about that and write down the comments what these debug messages mean. I will restart the computer now. Actually spinning on 15. And that stops spinning, should be going to 0, and then hiccacking the debug messages and then stay on 22 with no spinning probably. We'll film that once when the battery is sufficient. And that's probably it. Will stand like that, I think. I will try later for on the power supply. I have the MPGH Funtech. It does have like a PCI bridge button. I can try, or I will probably eventually try that a couple of times and probably have to restart the BIOS. But that's the system. The settings I want to work out, but I have no clue what I have to do, so the system doesn't stop booting. Because I like the system exactly like that, but I have no idea what to do. So